Yeah, don't say
Brian,
it, but that's
get
good.
off of Twitter, Brian. Brian, get off of Twitter.
If you spoil any picks for us, I'm gonna be.
I can't change my notifications now.
It feels like the draft. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. Draft, draft, draft. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. It feels like the draft, 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 draft.
Woo! Guys, this is it. It's draft day. We are live. We are here. It is pick number 11 currently. We are waiting on the Chicago Bulls pick. Sorry, I'm going crazy. I'm really nervous because I haven't looked at what the pick is, and this has been the one that's been scaring me all night. But before we get there, let me set up everything. Thank you for joining us for our live draft show. Let's say hello to everyone that's here. Below me is my co-founder and good friend, Mr. Frankie G. Frankie, talk me off the ledge, man. I'm so nervous right now.
What up, guys? We're on playback right now. We're staying live throughout the draft tonight. Having a lot of fun tonight. Heat in good position to draft a very good player. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Let's go. And we're gonna kick Brian Goins out of the chat if he spoils this or ruins it. So
especially for this pick, I'm so nervous that Brian is here for this pick.
I know. Everybody shut up. No spoilers. Lou, how are you feeling today?
Oh man, this is my Christmas. Like,
yeah, it's Christmas Day for Lou.
This is fucking NBA draft nerd Christmas. Ooh, the pick is in?
No, that's just for you, just for your presentation.
Oh yeah. No, man, it's fucking so far the board has been falling in an interesting way. So, this is going to be an interesting next, 11, 12, 13, 4 picks. I had to use my fingers there. I apologize.
Sorry, I am currently trying to get back into our thing so I could watch the draft as well here. Continue. Sorry. This is just me hosting.
How are you, Brian?
What's
With
up?
your COVID, sir? I haven't talked to Brian in ages.
I'm doing better than G. I think I might have gotten it from him. I don't know. He picked me up from the cruise port on Saturday, and he was already starting to feel sick. And yeah, so we'll see.
Oh, so you gave it to him?
I'm better than him, I think. So and everybody else that I've came in contact so far is doing good. So
hell yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna guess.
Sorry, we're good to go now.
Ooh, I'm gonna guess the pick here is Matas Buzelis. I do not have my phone is not. It's here.
Do you want me to confirm or deny? Or you just want to wait?
No, DraftBeat is spoiler free, just like Stream B Pod is spoiler free.
Yeah,
okay.
No spoilers.
I won't say anything, but all I will say is I do think whatever the pick that the Bulls make or have made will benefit Miami's pick. Now, what I will say is after the Bulls selection comes off, I think
right.
12, 13, 14, I think there's at least 4 players I would like for Miami to select of the next 5 picks, and I think Miami's going to get one of them.
You got to do better about not talking when the pick is in.
Go ahead, Moose. Announce the pick.
The pick is Matas Buzelis, the Chicago native. That means...
Is he really from Chicago?
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Shocker I didn't know that.
Yes. Of Lithuanian descent. I will say, okay, guys, this is huge. We thought that there was a potential promise for our number 1 target. And And we thought that this was going to be the spot for him. So now Goins is right. 12, 13, 14, going to be very, very tricky for us now. But the board is shaping up nicely for Heartbreak, Frankie.
Well, if you're okay, so can I just talk about OKC's selection here? Like, I don't see them picking a guard here. They have enough guards. They just traded for Elmer Fudd. What's his name? Yeah, Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
And they also picked Case and Wallace last season. So like, I don't see them picking a guard here.
I will say, Jonathan Gavoni on his last mock draft that he did, he mocked them to get Nikola Topic. And
I like it. I like it for them.
And honestly, I think it makes sense.
I guess they could just let him sit for a year. Yeah.
Sam Presti is all about taking the best talent on the board. Always. Yeah. He's gonna trust his board, and if that's the guy at the top of it, he's gonna take him.
That's hilarious because Topic is like pretty much exactly a Giddey replacement.
He's a lot better finishing.
Moose, when you guys were adamant about that promise, I said it was KOC. Stop trusting that motherfucker, and I was right. Oh
I didn't
my
know
god!
It was KOC.
I do know, Frankie, for a fact that they promised Buzelis before they promised Carter. The Bulls did. And I didn't, shit. He was there at 11 for them, so
he's a guy I never expected to slip out of the lottery, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to slip out of the lottery, but I did think, we had just mocked him so much to Detroit at 5 that I was curious.
You guys were steadfast on that one.
Yeah. The only hesitation recently
Detroit
was
took Holland, right? Yeah. That threw me.
If you're following us on Twitch, or if you're watching on Twitch live, if you're watching the next day on YouTube, I have the draft with all the results currently live as it is right there on the ticker. So if you need to recap,
look at my producer.
We've had some trades. Do you guys want to discuss the trade so far so people can get up to date?
Yes, let's discuss these trades. Lou, talk about the trades.
So let's start off with the first trade of the day, which was a Washington Wizards trading Denny Avdija to the Portland Trail Blazers, getting them the 14th pick, which is right in front of us right now for the the Miami Heat. Just an interesting trade. And then the last trade we just had was the Rob Dillingham getting taken by the Spurs, traded to Minnesota for a 2031 first round pick and a future pick swap. So, 2 trades so far through 11 picks. It's a crazy draft. We had a trade yesterday.
Sorry, I had to take away the seriousness for a second.
Okay.
But yeah, the Dillingham trade was definitely surprising. So was a Denny trade. I don't think anybody thought Washington was going to trade a guy on such a team-friendly deal. We have some disagreement here on that Dillingham trade because I know I'm personally for it. I like the future flexibility for the Spurs. I do
Goins
too.
was not as in on the picks.
I just don't understand why you're trading a pick in a 2024 draft for 2 picks that won't convey for almost another 7 to 8 years from now.
Give me the picks.
My concern is I don't like the fact that they only got 1 pick and a swap. I think they could have at least got some seconds in there or something. Like, you're basically giving up 8 for who knows.
Well, they didn't even get a. They didn't. Does Minnesota not have a pick at all this draft?
They do.
They do. They pick at 27.
But they didn't even trade that one in this deal.
That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly my point. I think the fact that the Spurs took a chance at look, we don't want nobody at 8 because they have two picks in the second round. I get that, but at the same time, I'm just confused as to what if that pick in 2031 is super non-valuable pick because Anthony Edwards is still going to be. I do agree with Moose and Frankie though. I think this is them future ammo to use in a trade somewhere down the road. I do agree.
Someone that's going to help you win today. That's future ammo. And let's not forget too, it's the right to because going back to your point that you prefer a second rounder over a right to swap pick.
No. I prefer both. I want the swap. I agree with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's still valued as a first round pick. I feel like I'm lagging here. Sorry. It's still valued as a first round pick, which is still going to get you more than a couple of second rounders. I just think when you're coming, especially as as a Heat fan right now from a position of I need picks so badly to get any trade done. And now that you're the Spurs and you have your franchise guy, which is the hardest thing, now you can use those picks to build around him and give me all of them. Give me every single pick you got.
100%. And I think while we wait for the next pick to be announced, I think we should get into the news of the day. If you haven't heard yet, big news for the Miami Heat today. First off, Mr. Bam Adebayo, 3-time All-Star, 3-time All-Defensive Player, has reached a 3-year, $166 million maximum contract extension. He's going to be locked into the 28-29 season for your Miami Heat. Thoughts?
Love it. Love to see it. I think you're getting him at a discount, unfortunately, for Bam, thanks to some pretty bad voters. But from a Heat perspective, you just locked up your franchise cornerstone, and you got him at an excellent value.
Discounted.
The pick is in, guys.
The pick is in, guys. Let's not forget that we had Tristan Da Silva mocked. Let's see if
I doubt that's going to be the pick.
Oh, and the pick is in. It is Nikola Topic going to the
Who was the one that said that?
City
that was going to be a
Thunder
pick?
at 12.
I love this pick for
You
them.
did, right?
Jonathan Gavoni said it yesterday, and it just made sense. Me and Frankie were talking about it, man. Like,
It makes too much sense.
they
it's a great pick.
love to drive and kick. And this is one of the best guys at driving and kicking in the fucking draft. And he's 6'7". Like, they have enough defenders around him. Like, and
Well, they needed size.
Yeah, he doesn't bother what Kaysen does because Kaysen is good off ball. Like,
An
He's
absolute
6'6".
steal.
yeah, fuck
Do
for Miami.
you think if Eddie was on the board that they would have maybe still selected him over Topic?
Absolutely
No,
not.
they would not have taken Eddie. Edie, maybe.
Okay, I keep calling him Eddie. Edie, sorry.
An absolute steal for OKC at 12. I love this pick. I love Nikola
it for them.
Topic. Damn, this is just the rich getting richer. It's crazy.
They got too many guards on that team.
That's
It
why you
doesn't
get the
matter.
manager.
I mean, he's
Figure
not
it
playing
out.
this season, so he's gonna
No, he's
that's a
playing
rehab
this
year.
season.
I think
He's playing
it's a
this
rehab year
season.
for him. Nah,
He's,
I think it's a
it
rehab
was a
year.
partial tear. He doesn't even need surgery.
I think I'm not saying he doesn't play this season, but I think you ease him slowly. I'm not
You
starting
take your
him.
time, 100%. But even 6 to 8 months, he's playing in second half of the season.
Technically, he doesn't even have to sign a first-round pick right now. You could technically just play overseas for your team.
No, they're gonna.
No,
bring
he's
him in,
coming
man.
over. He's
He-
coming over.
It was a 3 to 6 month injury. If we're looking at give him 7 or 8, he's gonna be
Worst
back in
case, yeah.
January. Like,
100% back.
realistically, this guy might be playing in November.
Yeah,
I
there's a
gotta
good
say,
chance.
this one kind of hurts.
It does.
Only because
it
he
does.
got so close. I
Yeah.
didn't think he was actually going to get this close to us, you know?
I agree. I totally thought he was going to be at 10. While we wait for the next pick, let's talk the second big news of the day. Jimmy Butler will not be signing an extension with the Heat or any other team ahead of his opt-out in 2025 free agency. Greg Sylvander of Five Reasons says, now we can talk Jimmy trades. This is the big news. Obviously, Bam, great for Bam. We're all very happy, but I feel like the Bam news was more expected. Jimmy, we were still holding out hope they could reach the extension. It seems like it wasn't even offered, and the Heat are moving on, letting in him decide to play it this year out and see what goes on. What are your immediate thoughts, Moose?
I was afraid of this. It looked like we were heading this way. If you've been following me, I've been on the pay Jimmy train. I think that he earned the extension. I think that we missed that opportunity to do it with Dwayne, and I was hoping that we could kind of get a do-over here with Jimmy. But unfortunately, they've decided to go another way. And just like Greg said, we are officially in trade Jimmy territory. Do I think it happens? I think there's a situation that we have been discussing internally just off the air that I personally think Houston is the most likely scenario for Jimmy at this point if we are going to trade him. It's his hometown. There is some mutual interest there between the franchise and him. And let's be honest, they have the picks. And at this point, if you're moving off Jimmy, it's to get someone else, whether it be Donovan Mitchell, KD, or somebody. I don't think the Heat are going to come out of this empty-handed. I don't think the goal is to get rid of Jimmy and get nothing. I think the goal is to move Jimmy and bring in a potential star to take his place. And that's where we're at right now. Do I think that we'll see him here next year with the Miami Heat? It's very possible that happens, but I think we're officially on trade Jimmy and exploring other options. That's what it looks like it's going to be at this point. And we thank Jimmy for everything. I would like to treat him with class, and if he wants to go somewhere specifically, then with the exception of Philadelphia, we look into that. Brian, how do you feel about it?
I think it's pretty much exactly what Pat Riley wanted at his press conference. He wanted Jimmy Butler to try to commit this season before Miami committed with extra money that they've already given him an extension for 2 years. They don't need to pay him right now. They have to June 30, 2025 to even give him that extension. But it sounds like he's not even going to sign that extension, which makes sense for him, honestly, because I just tweeted out today that the most financially, best thing for him and his agent is for him to just play out this season, opt out of his deal that he has in the player option for 2025, 2026. It's $52 million, sure, but he can sign either a 3-year deal with an outside team or a 4-year deal with Miami.
And you think Miami would give him that 4-year deal? Because
they don't have to, but they can, and it doesn't have to be 4 years of max money. They can structure it maybe slightly less max money, make it better for Miami's future cap sheets, so that they could still pay Jimmy and also build the team around Bam and Jimmy. And if they decide to keep Hero, great. If not, they can trade him too and still find pieces that they can build around those two instead of keeping Jimmy at a $60 million number. Sure, Jimmy will be like 39, 40 by then, but it still helps Miami, I think, in the future if that's the direction they want to go. And obviously, it's going to depend on how Jimmy performs this season.
The pick is in.
The pick is in. I do want to get back to this conversation after, but let's see the pick. If you're watching on Twitch, you see my reaction. The pick is in. And
where's his shirt?
Devin Carter to the Sacramento
Why is he not
Kings.
wearing a dress shirt?
Because
Never
he
mind.
looks amazing.
I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy.
No, he was built for Miami.
Bust. We didn't miss out on anything.
Oh my God, Goins, I hate you so much.
It was literally right when we let Goins talk too.
Nah. This we passed on a good, not a good guy.
Fuck!
Take him out. Thank you, Frankie. What are we doing? Devin Carter. Fuck. He's so close. I can feel him. I can
Motherfucker.
feel him there.
Look at him,
man.
Is that lavender? Is that periwinkle? I mean, he looks amazing.
God.
Wow. This is awful.
It's funny because
awful because he got so close.
Yes.
I wish he was taken at 8 or 9 or 10. Like you got within 2 picks, Frankie.
Guys, and there was nobody more Heat culture. Look at this.
Dude, he looks amazing.
Look at this. Amazing. This guy's an OG. For the podcast audience, I'm pulling up screenshots from Devin's Twitter account from May 21st, 2022. Bam, that's the tweet. And another one from last year, Heat in 4.
With the brooms. With the
brooms.
Motherfucking brooms. I have a question though. I don't want to soak in this too long because I'm already depressed.
I'm not gonna have a really hard time getting over it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't even care who we take right now.
My question is, with one team in front of us, which is the Wizards, where do you see them going, and who do you think could be there at 15?
It's just tough because I have no idea because they were not even obviously on my fucking mindset before today.
I think they go Jared McCain. They need shooting.
Could very well.
It could be Collier too.
Collier makes sense too. They need a point
I don't
guard.
care.
I like Collier for them.
Get whoever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Oh, man, this is tough, man. The upside swings are not there for Miami. Topic off the board.
I'll tell you if it's
Holland off the board.
I don't even want to say the name. If there's a certain someone that they take right now, then my night's over.
dealing him off the board,
You
even
can't
though I
jinx
was cool with
names
that.
here. I'm keeping Brian off until after the pick.
Yeah, I don't.
Brian's bringing the bad luck. We'll have him break down the Jimmy contract and what it means right after.
Yeah, and because I didn't agree with him either. He was willing to let Jimmy leave on as a free agent and get nothing for him. That's my. I'm not risking that.
Yeah, I don't get it. The hold up here too, like, you don't want to give Jimmy the extra year contract, so he has a great year. What do? You extend them? You play 3 more years? Like, that's stupid. You're gonna have to give him more money, more years, and he's gonna be older. Forget it. Just pay him now. If you don't think he's gonna earn it, trade him.
Yep.
Totally agree. I don't even want to listen to Brian going speak.
Pick is in.
Everything he says is wrong.
Pick is in, chat.
I'm not going on Twitter, man. Get this phone away from me. I couldn't even check a text message.
No, I can't check my text messages either. I'm just
No,
going off what Tiana said.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh man. Chat, once again, if you're live, guys, don't post the picks in the chat, please. We're watching live on playback.
We're trying to give you our honest reaction to every pick. I even have the TV on mute, but I mean, I need to see it.
We appreciate you guys being involved. We just don't want spoilers in the chat. A lot of us are
thank you so much.
Watching blind.
We're purists, you know.
Yeah,
we're in it for the thrill of the pick.
Exactly. But like I would say, we're watching it on playback. You can find the link in the Miami Heat Beat Twitter page for playback. We're watching the stream live. If you guys want, right after the Heat selection and we talk about it, I'm going to stay on. I think Lou's staying on with me.
Yeah,
we'll discuss for a little bit.
Question for my producer: is there a way? Can we listen to them say the Heat pick?
Actually,
since it's the next one, we just to have that ready to queue up.
I can, but I don't know if we would get a content strike.
Just for announcing the pick, we don't have to keep it the whole time.
No, I can't do it. I can only share like my screen and show the view.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. The pick is in. Ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards just took Bub Carrington, Frankie's guy.
I love him. I'm sad that he's gone, but he's got a rebuilding team. He's got the keys to the team. Sarr is going to be a nice pick and roll partner for him. And yeah, man, I hope they trade Jordan Poole because I do not want him to share backcourt.
We dodged a bullet here, Lou. We dodged a bullet here because I think all of us had the same number one, number two. And our number 2 guy is at least still available right now. I mean, we can say it. We're up, so we could say the name just for those that are out there.
Yeah, Tristan Da Silva is a guy here.
Yes.
Do you guys want to go over your guys that are left still on the board?
Yeah, for me, really quickly, it's Da Silva. That's kind of the guy I really, really want. And then in another tier, we have Collier, McCain. I'm cool with both of those guys. I really like them as well. A little bit less, Tyler Smith and Pacome Daddier, even though I know Daddier I'm the only one on board with that one here. But Da Silva, Collier, McCain for me.
A similar list for me. My number 1 far and away was Devin Carter. I was willing to trade up for him. I was pretty desperate for the guy. I'm not going to lie. Tier right after that, I have Tristan Da Silva, who I think would be a phenomenal pick here. So please don't fuck this up. And I also had Nikola Topic on that tier. And then right below them is everybody else. Isaiah Collier, Jared McCain, Jalen Tyson, Tyler Smith. There's a couple of guys here. All of them I think are worthy of the pick. But tier high above, the best guy for me left is Tristan Da Silva. Frankie, how do you feel?
My guys that have already been picked were Topic, Carter, and Holland. Like all 3 of their games, high upside. I love Da Silva here, 2-way starter, 2-way role player. Collier, upside swing. I loved Carrington as well, but I didn't realistically think he was ever an option. Smith, McCain, and Tyson are still there, but I would prefer Da Silva or Collier. They're my 1 and 2 right now.
Really quick before the pick comes in, how would you guys feel about a potential trade out right now with the way the board has fallen?
I think you just get your guy.
No.
Okay.
Depends how far we're trading out, but no.
Yeah, what if you're getting something valuable? I can see it. If you're moving off some contracts or something, I can see it. But if it's just to try to get your guy at another pick, I would just pick your guy right here.
I mean, I totally agree. I had my tiers actually ranked as tier number 2 was too good to pass up, and that's where I had Tristan Silva. I think he is too good to pass up.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I probably would have said, you could trade 1 or 2 spots down, maybe get another pick back or something. But if your guy is Tristan Silva, too good to pass. Take him.
Yeah. Is a guy who can contribute right away, stretch the floor, contribute on offense, bring size to the table, fits right into, like, if you have your front line as Bam, Nico, and Tristan, like, I'm very comfortable.
Let's say that. Oh, sorry, Lou.
No, go ahead. No, I was going to say that I'm very curious because De Silva is my number 1 guy. Like, even over Carter, I think I was the only one who had him over Carter. But I'm just curious I think this pick is telling of what Miami plans to do. I will just leave it at that. I think if they take De Silva, that tells you that they're probably going to structure this team around Jimmy and Bam and go all in for 1 more year, probably keep him as well. And if they go for some, more of an upside swing, whether it's Tyler, whether even, I don't know what Collier, I don't think he has a tell, like, in the direction that they're going, because it's such a need, but
I agree.
I think it's just curious. It's just something to consider is what I'm trying to bring up.
Yeah, no, I love that point. And part of the reason that I love Tristan Da Silva is because he kind of fits both timelines. He's somebody that can contribute for you right now, but he's also somebody that I would like to keep in a potential rebuild. I think he has a higher upside than a Jaime Jaquez, but it's a similar kind of guy where he fits so many different boxes for you, both on offense and defense.
I agree. He brings more versatility offensively because of that shooting, because of his size and ability, comfortable passer. You can play him on or off ball. Colorado used him on the perimeter. They used him to set screens, pick and roll, pick and pop. Like,
run offense through him too.
Exactly. He posts up mismatches. I really like him. Oh shit! Has Dalton Connect not been selected?
Dalton Connect has not been selected. So I want to bring up just some other guys in case we get thrown off here. How do you guys feel about Dalton Connect, who is someone that has fallen down here? He's not necessarily high up on my list, but how do you guys feel about him? Because just in case it's not Tristan Da Silva.
I just thought, I was thinking, I was like, where has Dalton Connect been? And then you mentioned him. I was like, how do I feel about Dalton Connect? I mean, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I would rather the 3 guys that I stated, McCain, Collier, and Da Silva over him. Personally, I have them all on my big board. He's a scorer. I question his defense. I think he's talk about similar to Jaime. I think he's similar to Jaime in the sense of he's more of an offensive player. Not like the way they play offensively, but they lean in that direction over defense. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. I wouldn't mind the pick, but I would not be thrilled. Just leave it
of the names remaining. Obviously, we all are rooting for Da Silva. I don't even want to ask Goins, but if it had to be somebody else, what other names there are at least of interest to you?
I just got spoiled. I can't comment.
Okay, don't say anything, Frankie. I don't even want to look at you right now.
Is it the Twitch chat? So I don't look at the Twitch chat. Just type it in. Just type it in our chat.
Of course, you know what the pick is, Brian. You just okay.
Take him out too. Take him out too. Take him out too. Take him out too.
I don't want to hear your. I don't want to take him out. Oh God, it's just you and me now, Lou. No, it's too much pressure. That's too much pressure if it's just me. All right, no, but Frankie, I do want you to come back for the pick. Goins is 50-50. I don't care.
We're trying to keep it together here, guys.
I'm really nervous, guys. This is we put a lot of time and effort into bringing you guys a phenomenal product, and I don't want to be pissed off with the selection.
If I had to guess, it is Isaiah Collier. If I had to guess,
that's
who
your
Miami
guess.
Taking. Yes,
that's your guess. Okay, your guess.
I have
is
not
Isaiah
looked.
Collier. It's got to be Tristan Da Silva. He's too much of a Heat guy. I'm nervous. I got to stand up.
I'm fucking dude. My hands are sweaty.
It's got to be Tristan Da Silva. He's too much of a Heat guy. If it's not him, I could see Jared McCain. I know that we didn't work him out and all that, but a Duke guy, high floor, high ceiling. Oh, look, Spo.
Spo smiling.
Spo looks good.
Why is Pat looks like he just doesn't want to be there. Pat's like, I hate making draft selections. I can see their board behind them. Oh, no, that's the draft board. Okay, I thought I was tweaking.
It's like, wow, I have Devin Carter way higher.
Well, you can see what they picked too.
I see the. I'm done.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did I even see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
See it? This is Precious Achua all over again.
Da 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 da.
With the 15th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Kel'el Ware.
No!
Power forward center out of Indiana.
Skyman Scout's way too hard for all this shit, and I love it.
No!
I think it's going to work out, guys.
No!
He's your perfect front court fit next to Bam. That's him.
Hey, let's gone!
You can trade Jovic now if you needed to.
You know what? Trade for Donovan Mitchell. Trade for everybody. Trade this fucking guy.
I mean, they might, but they could trade Jovic now. I feel comfortable trading Jovic now if they need to.
All right, so we have some. We do have graphics on Kel'el Ware. 60 points per game, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 59 field goal percentage, 43% from 3, but he only shot 1.3 a game. 64% from the line. Measurables 6 feet 11 and 0.75, so in 3/4. 9 foot 4.5 inch reach, 230 pounds, 7 and 4.5 wingspan. Very talented big man. We'll have to really adjust his game to fit next to Bam. This is not a clean fit. Just because Bam wants to play, says he's a 4. Or
you're trading this pick. You're trading this pick.
Or this guy can shot 43% from 3. It was on 1 attempt. This guy lived in the post. This is a big adjustment for him. The Heat have learned.
Tristan Da Silva was right there.
Yeah.
There was no adjustment for Tristan Da Silva.
Chat, what are your thoughts? Chat's all over the place.
I like Tristan Da Silva, but I think they wanted to go for a guy with a higher ceiling. And that's what this pick is.
I don't dislike this guy. I want to make that very clear. It's more of like I like the other options way more. But I also disliked this prospect. There were some issues there on end of game focus and accountability and commitment that just surprised me that they would.
Well, we'll be hearing reports about his workout soon enough, and I'm sure it's going to be good news.
I can't stand the pick. The guy's not bad, but when you watch somebody on tape, and I'm questioning if he tries every possession, it pisses me off. We had that with us. Oh man, I don't know if he fits next to Bam. That's my first question, because you're gonna ask this guy to go from 1 3-pointer a game in college to 5 to space next to Bam. Defensively, he's kind of a mess sometimes. His head's not at the right spot. Yes, he's talented. Yes, he's big. Yes, he's athletic. Fucking whoop-de-doo, man.
He also disappeared in a lot of big games. That's my concern. When he was going against the guys who were actually in the draft, when he went against Donovan Clingan, he struggled. When he went against Kansas, he struggled. There's a lot of games where he had some struggle games. Take Season says you ask Bam to learn to shoot threes. You also have Jimmy that you're playing 2 bigs there that shoot 4 threes combined. They do need to up their total, but that's not this guy. This is a guy that's going to play off the bench all likelihood for the first couple years.
Listen, draft expert here. Let's look at the positives. You guys hate the pick. Therefore, home fucking run. Every time we hate a pick, it's Hall of Fame talent. It's
the
Bam
first
out of
time
five.
I've hated it. Well,
I actually like this pick, so that's kind of funny.
Okay, I'm gonna paint
Now
you
you
the
know
picture.
it's gonna be bad.
I'm gonna paint you the picture as somebody who didn't know who Kevin Ware was before I had to
not
make
Kevin.
Kel'el
It's
Ware.
Kel'el Ware. You still don't know
There
who
we
he
go.
is. Take him
Oh,
out,
Kevin
Brass.
Ware's the guy that had his like bone extruded
Yeah.
that one day. Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
I'm gonna call him Kevin Ware. Kevin Ware
Don't do that. That's terrible.
They have had a revolving door at center that has been a problem in every big playoff game since Jimmy got here, outside of the PJ and Crowder years. The fact that they can have a guy that I guess theoretically can play 10 minutes a game, I think is going to go a long way. They can't depend on Kevin Love's health. I think that he's going to give Kevin Love a little bit more breathing room in the regular season to be ready for the playoffs. I actually think that this is a move for 82, not a move for 16, because they need to find ways to get through 82. And I know that you guys are looking at the upside of the pick. I think that at 15, they're trying to find a guy who can get them through the season because, as we've seen every year, they can't. They break down, they run out of gas, they don't have enough guys, and it's always big. So we have Orlando Robinson, who is one of the most useless 7-foot people I've ever seen in my life. They have 40-year-old Kevin Love being the thin gray line between their bench units working and not working. And if they took a swing at a guy who was a theoretical backup 5, which they've already tried to do with Precious, and that worked out.
And how
pretty
did that
horribly.
work out?
It worked out horribly, but I can understand why they need another bite at the apple because, listen, they have Hyman, they have their guards. It makes sense. And to find kind of what they need at pick 15 to try to make another miracle happen, I think is a little bit ridiculous. So I can see the vision of them trying to be like, hey, let's just get a guy who can play some backup 5. It's a very pigeonholed role. I think he can handle it. And now they're committing to Bam long term. So I don't hate this.
I agree with you.
That's
Because
draft
honestly,
expert right there, baby. I don't know anything about him.
what we just saw from Derek Lively last year, a backup 5 can take your team and do lots of things for you in the regular season and the postseason. I think he can give you some solid minutes as a backup 5. Look,
Do we
Bam's
have
not
Luka
gonna play.
Doncic? Hold on.
G
Derek
and
Lively.
Brian,
compared
hold
to
up,
Jimmy
hold up,
Butler.
hold up, hold up, hold up.
Luka Doncic this year if he wants to get paid.
Time the fuck out. You know what Derek Lively does every possession? Tries. He genuinely tries. You know what he
That's hard
does?
as fuck.
He fucking competes. There's no way. There is no way. I'm sorry.
You either believe in
I
your
have to
culture or you
disagree
don't.
with you
Hold on,
here.
wait a second.
No,
Wait,
Saucy, I have to
you either
disagree because
believe-
Miami brought this guy into their building. They know they've done their homework. They've done their scout. Like, you guys trust their scouting department, right? I mean, I don't think that's something you guys would disagree with. They probably know
Not
a lot more
today.
about this guy than any of you guys do, and I feel like that's probably why they went with him at this pick. They know by his body of work and his work ethic. I'm sure they probably feel very comfortable about having him in the Heat system.
I'm going to say
Now
this
they could
before
still
I go.
trade him. Doesn't mean they can't trade him 30 days after he signs his rookie's
The
deal.
last
but
time they went position of need, they got Precious Achua, who they never played with Bam. They had no
Yep.
idea what to do with him.
you
That's
don't even
my
think he was the
concern.
best player on the board?
No.
Where
Precious
no?
Achiuwa was
way.
not
It
the
was-
best
it was-
player on the board.
It was Bane
He
or
was
Maxey.
barely a
No, I'm
first
not talking
round
about
pick for
Precious.
me.
I'm talking about him right now, number 15.
Yes,
No, I do
exactly.
Oh no, he
way.
definitely was not the best
No.
player on the board.
No
Not
way.
At all.
He's not even in the same tier, or 2 tiers. Like, I'm sorry, man.
No way. You're
I'm
gonna
I think he was within that tier.
hear.
You have
You're gonna
COVID,
hear
So you're not thinking right. You know.
tomorrow. Tomorrow you're gonna hear how he was on their board for the top 10 or some bullshit like that. But I'll say this on the way out. I do gotta go. But Lou, I'll say this on the way out. You either believe in their infrastructure or you don't. And if there's one thing that the Heat have had, and the one thing that they rely on, and the one thing that they propagate, and the one thing that they try to sell you, and that every other player in the league says exists, is their culture, is their infrastructure. And they have the best coach in the NBA. They have the most secure front office in the sport. And if that can't make a guy like that succeed in an infrastructure that might have some character issues, then there's no team that can. And they
worked with
obviously
Hassan.
believe in him enough.
Yeah, worked with Hassan, worked with Precious. They're infallible. Yeah, Deion Waiters Hassan
was a good player. And what we're doing with Hassan is like, Hassan was a very productive NBA player for the entirety of his tenure here. He was never more, but he was
you
good.
like fantasy
And by the
basketball
way,
instead of winning.
Productive, but not impactful.
If
And
this
that is my
Kevin-
concern with Kel'el
if
Ware.
this Kevin Ware kid becomes
Ware.
Hassan Whiteside, like statistically,
That's a great pick for
Kevin
number 15.
Ware would have been a better pick. Kevin Ware would have been much better.
Kevin Ware walk.
All right.
Bye, guys.
I'll leave you
Have a
guys
good
with
show.
this. I'll leave you guys with this because I'm on my way out too. I'll leave you guys with this. I saw Adam Simon and Spo smile at each other and basically like give like a fist bump to each other. I feel comfortable enough with this pick.
That's great. That's great.
They
Get
did
out.
the same thing
That's
for
good.
Precious Achua, so bye, Brian.
Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna be sad in the fucking boardroom when they
Yeah,
make a
they're-
selection.
They're
Like,
not
And guess
crying.
what? And guess
We
what?
got
The
guy
quote
we wanted.
the quote tomorrow is going to be, "We got the guy that we want." Oh, and by the
Yeah.
way, here's history repeating itself.
literally,
At 16,
No,
Jared
there's-
McCain,
Yeah, there's
who
no
I would have been
GM.
fine with. I would have been fine with at
I would've
15. I
been
know
fine
we were
with
talking
it.
about Tristan Da Silva, but I would have been fine with
Yeah, I
Jared
would've been fine
McCain.
with McCain.
This is
Another
so
guy in
frustrating,
that
dude.
same tier. That's what I'm pissed off about. You just went. I don't want to do this show anymore.
This
I'm
is a guy who, in
Fine.
a lot of his big games, he shot under 40% as a big man. That's my concern. Against Purdue, against Zach Edey, got 2 for 6. Couldn't get more than that. Got blown out. His teams were uncompetitive in a lot of these big games against talented teams. Couldn't get a shot off.
You
Like,
took someone that's lazy. Like that's
Bingo.
that's just if there's anything about this that I'm really just don't understand, it's the Miami Heat having this culture and Pat Riley saying we need to embrace this toughest, nastiest, hardest working team, all this shit. And he's always trying to like bring the culture back into place. And you're taking a guy that, yes, has a ton of skills and potential, but you're questioning his work ethic and his commitment and his, maybe not his commitments, but his focus at the end of the game in the most important situation. That is so not Miami Heat. It's just,
I need security footage of the workout he went to. I need security footage of that fucking workout. Because there's no, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I can sit here and like, you know, but this guy, first of all, played predominantly as a post-up player, a lob threat, or somebody who was getting set up. Never created his own shot. God knows that he had so many guys who were very good at setting other people up. No, we fucking don't. First flag. Second flag, he took, let me pull up the exact fucking statistic here. He took 1.9 jump shots per game. 1.9 jump shots per game. 1.3 of them were three-pointers. Yes, you can project. He shot decent on those. You can project that long term. But again, why are we taking at 15 a guy who's pigeonholed into a backup role? It does not make any sense. And yes, whoever we took at 15 maybe wasn't going to start, but I don't think this guy plays alongside Bam. And I don't think he's smart enough defensively to play alongside Jovic. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen here. I hope he kills it in the summer league. I hope the best. I hope I'm fucking wrong because I would like to be wrong, but I just can't.
by all means, prove me wrong.
I cannot
please.
be here today and lie through my fucking teeth. That I will not do.
Frankie, talk to me about the pick because I don't want to say anything else. I want to call it a night. I want to like drown in my sorrows.
just off skill wise, he was the better of the picks that of the guys that were there. That they were linked to of the Edie, Missy.
Yeah, he was the best big in terms of like.
Yeah,
skill.
Disagree. Tyler Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tyler.
I'm talking like tier 5. I'm sorry. I'm talking tier 5.
That's fair. That's fair. Sorry, I'm an emotional.
No. Trust me. I don't want to do this anymore.
The Lakers select Dalton Connect from Tennessee.
Oh wow,
that's a great pick for them. That they need.
Good for them, and good for Dalton.
My concern, like
Tristan Da Silva sliding, by the way. Sorry, but
just trade back at that point.
Yeah,
the fuck are we getting Ware for?
Maybe we're trading back.
And what did I say about trading back? But fuck, take me out, Frankie. I can't do this anymore.
All right, so this is before all of our time here on Heat Beat, but we do have the infamous Bam Adebayo instant reaction.
Woj is reporting to here selecting OG Anunoby. No, Bam Adebayo. I lied.
Oh my! They took Bam. Yo,
What are we doing?
twice.
They took Bam Adebayo
Twice in one show.
Marcelo Hernandez.
What is he doing? Who is that?
He just said that they're gonna draft OG. Oh no, we won't. Oh no, we don't. They're drafting Bam Adebayo.
What is
What I read it.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
I hope we can laugh at this selection the way that we're laughing at that. Which,
I
by the
hope
way,
so.
I was happy about the Bam Adebayo selection. That was before I was a part of the Heat Beat staff and fixed the draft beat coverage.
Yeah. I think we'll wrap it up here on the
Have another
stream, guys.
trade
Please,
announced. Hold
please,
up.
I gotta get out of here.
I'll be on the playback stream if you guys want to join in and talk more. But thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you for following along our draft coverage. We'll have a pod tomorrow night too for the second round after the pick. I think it's gonna be the draft is like at 4 tomorrow, so it's gonna be like at 7 when we go live. But you were gonna say something, Moose?
Yeah, just before we get out of here, I want to thank everybody for following us throughout the entire draft process, joining us every single Tuesday, and for the playback today and for the live draft. I want to thank Lou and Frankie for their incredible work throughout this entire process, grinding the tape, talking about all these players, getting me excited about everybody, only for today to be a huge fucking fuck you to us and DraftBeat and our rankings. But I want to thank you guys for all the hard work because it made this DraftBeat season a lot easier. I'm dejected, guys. I'm like wheezing here to the end.
We want to thank the subs too. Shout out to Vainheit for bringing a sub back.
Yes.
I'm
Everyone.
trying. Yeah, I did. So you guys have no idea. Probably over 250 hours of my life just fucking wasted for us to take this. I'll stop.
Kevin Ware.
For Kevin, I would have rather Kevin Ware.
I would have rather Kevin Ware too.
Fucking
right,
Jack
Frankie.
Alfonso is happy, so you know this was a bad
The
pick.
sign is off. The sign is not coming back on today. We did not win as a Heat family. I was gonna say I'm trying to post the link, but I'm gonna still stay on playback.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure with Frankie. I can't post a link in here. It doesn't let me, Frankie, but you know.
Yeah,
so.
I'll reshare it on the Heatbeat account.
Check the Twitter page for the playback link. Follow them. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. Frankie, on the way out, let's give the people what they want. And let's listen to the DraftBeat theme song one more time. And let's get something good out of tonight.
It feels like the draft. DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. DraftBeat,
Kevin Ware!
DraftBeat, 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 DraftBeat. Draft.
Kevin fucking